Connecting Arizona. Live from the 12 News Studios at 200 East Van Buren. This is 12 News at 10.
We have all heard stories about soldiers who return from combat and struggle with PTSD. Tonight, members of the Mesa Police Association say there are officers on the street right now who are dealing with that condition, and they believe not enough is being done to treat and heal those officers. Instead, they're forced back on the street too soon or forced out of the department. 12 News reporter Kevin Kennedy sits down with a former Mesa detective who says he was pressured to medically retire.
They are the protectors, the blue wall of defense, shielding the innocent while often putting themselves in front of the bullet. On May 28, 2009, Mesa gang detective Nathan Schlitz was after a suspect.
He tried to run over my partner, so I was forced to shoot the driver.
Minutes later, Nathan made a terrifying and life-changing discovery.
Unfortunately, what no one knew is that his 15-year-old female cousin was in the back seat.
A bullet would hit and kill her. It was the beginning of what would eventually end Nathan's career.
Pretty much immediately when I realized that, I started on a downhill path.
Nathan was put on light duty. The city would pay for a psychiatrist and pay for therapy. He was diagnosed with PTSD.
Police officers were a unique breed, a lot of alpha personalities, and the last thing one of those alpha personalities wants to do is to come forward and say, I'm broken, I'm not right.
Nathan said the diagnosis came with pressure from superiors. Get back to work or quit.
The goal is to get that person back to full strength and back to work. One person, it might take 2 months. One person, it might take 9 months.
Their priority is getting the officers back on the street and not getting them healthy.
So after about 4 months of therapy, Nathan asked for his badge and gun back. But mentally, he was still suffering.
When you're dealing with PTSD, a lot of times life might not seem worth continuing.
The Mesa Police Association, critical of the department and the care it provides.
Are there officers out there right now that are working on the streets in Mesa that are dealing with PTSD and have not been properly diagnosed and treated?
Every day.
Nathan admits he was one of those officers, but says the alternative was losing his job.
At that point, anger was the big one for me. And I think my anger just got out of control where it concerned me that I might do something as a police officer that I shouldn't.
The department and city stand behind the services available and dispute claims that officers are being rushed back or forced out.
We look at our program and we think it's a very good program, but we are always willing to look at ways to improve our program.
Experts say 15% of all officers will experience PTSD symptoms in their career. For Nathan, that trigger would strike again.